saying that you have a constitutional crisis, then, Gordon, do you think that this could spark like a civil war of type or anything like that?
Well, that's an interesting question. I think what happens very often is the more militant people. You have Michigan has several kinds of militias and so on, and these are people that feel very strongly about their Second Amendment rights, the right to bear arms and to open carry, and as the governor said, brandishing arms and ammunition. And they do. I've seen this. I've witnessed this. This has been going on for years, and on occasion they'll show up. But I have also noticed that in contradistinction to the photograph that was published, I think, a week ago Thursday, where there was a gathering at the state capital of Michigan, and people gathered there were exercising their First Amendment rights to free speech and free assembly, and their Second Amendment right to bear arms. I did not see any of them agitate law enforcement officers or other people. They were actually very respectful. They were angry, they were frustrated, but I didn't see any of them agitate or incite violence ever at all. And the photograph that was widely published around the world, actually, I saw it in the BBC News, was of a man who was apparently shouting really screaming. It looked angry, but he wasn't spitting in the face between the two state police officers. If you look closely and you look at the perspective shift, this is something that journalists do frequently because you can shift the perceptions by shifting the perspective of an image. And it was made to look like he was spitting or disrespecting the law enforcement. So I talked to some of those law enforcement officers. I know some of them, and they did not feel this. They felt there was a lot of anger, but none of them that I have spoken with felt that they were in jeopardy or they were being threatened. So a lot of this is symbolic, and I think the news media generally plays on this. By the way, that was the militia types were probably 1 or 2% of the people present there. And I met people. I went to this rally to see for myself what was going on. And I met people who were graduate students, PhDs. I met professors. I met people of all. I met first frontline providers of healthcare services from Detroit. I met African Americans. I met minorities and up all stripes. Of course, they were ignored by the mainstream media because it didn't comport with the narrative they wanted to present to the public. But these people were frustrated. By the way, it was bipartisan. I met people from a variety of different political persuasions and virtually no political persuasion and all different ages. So we're not really seeing the full picture in many cases because there really is an agenda in news gathering today.